Welcome to our six-part series on disruption. Over the last few years, the reality is that if you're not being a proactive disruptor, there's probably someone out there trying to disrupt you. And we don't want that to be the reality, whether it's in your leadership, in your home, and especially in your business. So what does it take to be a disruptor, to be proactive, to go out there, to see the things, the opportunities, the potential places where you can go out and be that edge for your organization, for your industry, for your business? Well, this six-part series is all about helping you to have the tools, the frameworks, the concrete examples that allow you to increase your clarity, your courage, and your confidence to be a disruptor. We hope to inspire you, to equip you, and to come alongside you to find those places of both opportunity as well as frustration to go after all God has for you in life, both at home and at work. And so as we get into this conversation around disruption, really what we're talking about, to use other words, is innovation. Going after those things that you know need to change, whether it's piloting them or trying them out or just going for it, whatever it may be. One of my favorite books is entitled Change or Die. And it literally documents people who were given a death sentence. Hey, if you don't change your eating habits, hey, if you don't make some significant changes, you're going down a path where in a couple months, 6 months, 8 months, it's not going to be good for you. The reality is this study showed that many people actually didn't change. Now, why is that? With such a terrible diagnosis, what happens that you actually can't change given the reality of the trajectory that you're on? Where this book also has some good news. It walks you through those people who did change. What were the key elements that actually enabled them to happen? And so at the beginning of this disruption series, we want to inspire and encourage you with the 3 keys from that book of Change or Die that actually led to transformational results, meaningful change that changed the trajectory of their lives for good. So what are those 3 things that are needed to change? Otherwise, we might die. Well, those 3 things are, first and foremost, you've got to have a believable vision. That's right. The first thing that you need to go for and go after is, what's the vision for my life? And that vision can't be pie in the sky. It has to be something that you can actually get your head around, get excited about. It can't be, wow, I just want to be like Elon Musk. Or actually in the back of your head, or maybe a Steve Jobs, and you say, well, actually in the back of my head, I know I could never be a Steve Jobs or an Elon Musk or whoever that visionary is that you aspire to be. It has to be doable, a believable vision, and maybe it even needs to be broken down. Yeah, I want to run that marathon, but I have faith for a 5K. I have that believable vision to just go for that clear next step. That's something that's doable. So those people that changed in that book for good, they had a doable or a believable vision. The second component that they had that was so critical is they had apprenticeship. They had people who were further ahead than them that were willing to come alongside them, to mentor, to disciple, to encourage them. This apprenticeship piece brought encouragement. It brought accountability. It brings practical tools of what needs to change in your routine, in your mindset, how to model and lead by example and do something that takes this vision and breaks it down into doable actions, tasks, and priorities day in and day out. And lastly, with this apprenticeship, it created the third component, a mindset change. Think about that person who aspires to be that marathon runner. They have this goal and vision, and they've broken it down to small goals through good coaching and good mentoring, going for that 5K. And somewhere along the time, their mentality needs to change. Their identity needs to change. How they think needs to change. All of a sudden, when they look at themselves, it's not, I'm a couch potato. It's, I'm a performance athlete. There's such a difference in those 2 statements. One is a couch potato trying to run. One is a performance athlete going after their full potential. And so as you think about disruption, about innovation, about those things you're frustrated about, or those opportunities that you want to go for and capture, we encourage you to think about, at the very beginning of this series, what's the believable vision? Who can I ask to mentor and encourage me? And what are the mindset shifts that need to happen to truly bring about change that'll last, not revert or go back? We're so excited that you're joining us for this disruption series. We believe it'll be fruitful and beneficial. And we encourage you to connect with your coach, to work through the workbook and the worksheets that go through even this opening session. And lastly, commit to the journey. Commit to the journey of disruption. Because the reality is, if you're not proactively disrupting, there's probably someone out there trying to disrupt you. Well, welcome to the journey.